All right, so in this video, we're going to take a look at how to create a scan in the thinkorswim platform to find golden crossovers. So here we are in the thinkorswim platform, and let's start off by creating just a basic stock scan. We'll click on the scan tab, and then let's go over here to add filter. We'll add a stock filter. So let's just first create just a basic stock filter. So right here where it says ask, we'll click on that, and then we'll go down and we'll look at, let's say the last price. And let's create a range of stocks between $10 per share and let's say $200 per share. So there's that. And then let's create one more stock filter. So we'll go back here to the add filter and we'll click on stock. And then under this one, we'll go and look at volume. So let's go down to volume, select volume, and let's create a range of, let's say, stocks with at least a volume of 500,000. And for the maximum, we can just let it go for the maximum default. That's fine. And so then now let's go back to add filter. We're going to add another filter, and this time we'll create a filter. We'll choose study. So we'll click on study, and then here under study we'll go to crossovers, and then this little second window will open, and in the second window we'll go down and we'll select moving average crossover. So here we can see our new moving average crossover study. And for here in this window right here, we want to make this the shorter time frame. So let's select 50-day. So the 50-day simple moving average crosses above the 200-day simple moving average. And so that should be the scan right there. And so now we'll go ahead and we'll just click on scan. And it brings up these 4 stocks, which are having a golden crossover occurring today. So let's look at one of these real quick on the screen. Let's try UUP. So here's a chart of UUP, and you can see that here the green line is the 200-day moving average, and the yellow is the 50-day moving average. And right now, today, currently, that yellow 50-day moving average is crossing up above the green 200-day moving average. So there's our golden cross right there. Now, so the scan we just created will only show stocks that are having a golden crossover today, the exact same day. And so if we want to get a bigger list of stocks that have recently had a golden crossover, we need to create a different scan for that. And so let's take a real quick look on how to do that. So let's go back to the scan tab, and let's go ahead and we'll delete this last study. We'll go ahead and remove that one. And then we'll go back to add filter, and we'll create another study filter. So we'll say study filter, and then we'll pull down that menu, and we'll go down, and this time instead of selecting crossovers, we'll go down to custom, and that will open up the secondary custom window. And once this window comes up, we want to delete this first default one. So we'll just hit delete on that, and then we'll come down here to add condition. We'll select add condition, and then under select a condition, we'll come down and we'll select study, and then we'll type in simple moving average. And here it is. We'll go ahead and select that. And down here under length, we'll select 50 for the 50-day simple moving average. And then up here in this middle column, we want to say is greater than. So we'll select is greater than. And then over here on the right where it says select a condition, we'll go down to study, and we'll say simple moving average again. There it is. We'll select simple moving average. And then on this side, we'll type in 200 for the 200-day simple moving average. We'll save that. So there's our first condition right there. This condition says the 50-day simple moving average is greater than the 200-day simple moving average. Now what we want to do next is create another one. So we'll say add condition. Same exact thing. We'll go up to where it says select a condition. We'll go to study. We'll type in simple moving average. We'll select that. And for this one, we're going to say the length will be 50 again, the 50-day simple moving average. But for this one, in this middle column, instead of saying is greater than, we'll say is less than. So we'll select that. And then on the right side, we'll say select a condition, study. We'll type in simple moving average again. Go ahead and select that. And then here for the length, we'll put 200-day simple moving average. And we'll save that one. So now you can see we have a total of 2 conditions. The first one is the 50-day simple moving average is greater than the 200-day simple moving average. And the second condition says the 50-day simple moving average is less than the 200-day simple moving average. Now at first this may be a little confusing because these two are conflicting with one another, but the next step should clear up that confusion. And so what we're going to do next is click up here on the Think Script Editor. And here you can see the two conditions put together. And then what we want to do is right here at the very end, the second one, we want to type in within 20 bars, or you can put any number of bars you want. And in this case, 1 bar equals 1 day. So 20 bars would be 4 weeks, 5 bars in a week, that'd be 4 weeks. So if you wanted to look back just 1 week, you could go ahead and put in just 5 bars. If you wanted to look back 2 weeks, you could go ahead and change this to 10 bars. You can just change this number to whatever time frame you want to look back for that golden crossover. So for this scan, I'm going to go ahead and just leave that at 20 bars, like a 4-week period, and I'll say OK. And then I'll come down here and I'll click on scan, and you can see it scanning there. And then here's the list of all the stocks that had a golden crossover within the last 4 weeks. So you can see the list is a lot larger now. Let's just come down through here and look at one of these stocks. Let's take a look at AMD. AMD. Here's AMD. You can see the golden crossover right there, where the 50-day moving average is crossing up above the 200-day moving average. And right back here, you can see an example of a death cross as well, where the 50-day moving average is crossing down below the 200-day moving average. So that's an example of how to set up a scan in thinkorswim to find golden crossovers.